Well, hello there, and welcome back. Today's date is November 3rd. All right, are you ready for an encouraging word today? Today, again, we're going to be looking at and talking about godliness, and going to hear some of the same words again from George Swinnock, and hopefully it's an encouragement to you as we run this race and as we strive for godliness. So our verse today, 1 Corinthians 9:24. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. All right, let's jump right in. Godliness must be our principal business, or we shall lose our reward. Precious things cannot be had without the greatest difficulty. They that desire great reward must run through many dangers. Nature herself will not bestow her precious treasure without much labor. Dirt lies common in the streets, but gold is buried deep in the earth. Stones may be found everywhere, but pearls are hidden in the bottom of the sea. Excellence is not gained without industry. Do you think that God will reveal such things as eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor entered into man's heart, to lazy men who lie on beds of idleness? Those who seek to win the crown must prepare themselves, buffet their bodies, and stretch themselves to the utmost. He that loiters is sure to lose. It is Satan's constant business to hinder godliness. When he is cast out, he will rage. With what force and fury he pursued Israel to bring them back to their former bondage. The cross is a Christian's calling. The wind blows sharp and keen on the saints. Holiness is usually followed with much hatred and hardship. Satan especially is watchful to undermine souls. He is fitly called Beelzebub, the master fly, because as a fly, he quickly returns to the bait from which he was beaten. Does not this fully show the necessity of making godliness our business? We will not conquer without much diligence. We must wake out of sleep and put forth all of our strength. Our spiritual war admits no intermission and no truce. The time is short, the task is large, the work is important. We must shake off sloth and gird up the loins of our mind, pursue godliness with industry against all opposition, to persevere in it with constancy and make it our main and principal work. It's like a battle cry. It's calling us forward to pursue godliness, to just keep moving forward in our walk. But there's a few words that keep popping up to me. One of them is industry, and this work of godliness. It's laborious. We have to labor at it. We have to work at it. It's not just going to come. And then the other one is loiter. He's used that, I think, in all the past days we've read, and just like loitering about, just standing around, just doing nothing, being idle. So you kind of have this contrast of industry and loitering. You're either working hard, you're pursuing the goal of godliness, pursuing God, pursuing godly things, or you're just standing around doing nothing. And in the context of warfare, you can kind of see you're either in the war, you're in the battle, or you're not. And I think what he's calling us to is just be in the battle. We will not conquer, he says, without much diligence. We must wake out of sleep, put forth all of our strength. Our spiritual war admits no intermission and no truce. And I'm sure you know this, but if you are idle, that's when Satan will get you. You need to be diligent in, I don't want to say diligent in the work. You need to be diligent in focus, being on guard, because when you're not standing watch, when you're not just watchful for the enemy, that's when he's going to get you. And so our task is to be focused on the Lord. My thing is focus constantly on Christ for consistency. You want a consistent and constant walk with the Lord? Just focus on Christ. Focus on the gospel. Focus on what he's done for you. And it's just so much easier to follow him and to keep your focus right. So anyway, lots to consider, lots to mull over today as we walk and we go about our business today. So be industrious in the good things, be industrious for God, and everything else will fall into place. Amen. All right, guys, be blessed. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you and talk with you tomorrow.